Good morning, everyone. This is Sherry. I am going to take a few minutes this morning to do kind of a walkthrough for Neighborly Help in Elvenar. Before I actually start the walkthrough, though, I am going to try to talk to you about why Neighborly Help is so important. First, it's important for you because you are visiting a neighbor, you're clicking on something in their city, and even if this is the first visit you've ever offered and they've never visited you, you're going to get coins for your efforts. If it's a reciprocal visit, if they visited you and you're going to return the favor, then you're going to get coins and supplies. As you progress in the game, if you construct the Crystal Lighthouse Ancient Wonder, when you visit their city, if it's a reciprocal visit, you get coins, you get supplies, and because of the Crystal Lighthouse Ancient Wonder, you'll receive goods. So it's a win-win all the way around. The other thing that it does for you, especially if you're visiting your neighbors on the map, you develop a kind of name recognition. You'll click on something in their city, and it'll pop up in their notifications that you have visited them. I can provide for you several examples, I'm sure. Bobby Campbell is one of my neighbors on the map. You'll see that I have this set of golden hands next to Bobby Campbell's name. This tells me that she has visited me today at 11:22 a.m. I know that if I go to Bobby Campbell's city and help her, it's a reciprocal visit, I'm going to get coins and supplies for helping her as soon as it loads. There we go. Now I look at her banner and she says that she wants culture, builder, or main hall. I've already clicked the helping hands at the bottom of the tab down here. I'm going to look at the buildings that I have available to polish, and I know that of the buildings that are here, the Ancient Grounds has the better culture bonus. So I'm going to click on the Ancient Grounds. Now I'm going to talk about a keyboard shortcut really quickly. I'm going to click the C on my keyboard, and that's going to take me back to my city someday in the not too distant future. Or it's just going to lock up. There we go. Hot dog. Cut that, Jack. Okay, now I'm back in my city. Oops, I just collected some supplies, which I didn't really mean to do right now. But anyways, cut that too, Jack. I'm in my city, and now I'm going to talk about the Ensorcelled Endowment spell. I use the Ensorcelled Endowment spell kind of as a signal flare for people who are visiting my city. If you notice these little buildings right here, they all have little sparkles on them. Those little sparkles are on the highest, or on the buildings in my city that have the highest culture bonus. Somebody has already visited and helped my Garden of Harmony. I have a 5% increase on the help that they offered, and the spell lasts for 2 days. So it's a good spell to have. It's a good spell to use. I noticed that a lot of people don't really use it as a signal flare. They wait for someone to help in their city, and then they click where someone has helped. And that's okay, but if you can direct people to help your higher bonus buildings, you should do that. Here's another tip that I'm going to give you. If you place your higher culture bonus buildings closer to your main hall, or the items that you want help, let's say you want your builders motivated, put those things closest to your main hall. When someone visits your city, that's where it opens up. The view of your city opens up on your main hall. Whatever you have closest to your main hall is most likely to be helped. I'm going to demonstrate that now. I'm going to click on the F key on my keyboard. That's going to pull up my fellowship roster. And I'm going to click on Tube Turn. His is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. I've already visited his city, so I'm not going to be able to offer it any help right now. But as soon as it loads, there we go. You'll notice here's his builder's hut. It's right next to his main hall. It's very visible. When I go through his city, I noticed this morning that he had 3 buildings under construction. So to help facilitate that, I motivated his builders. If I go back to the fellowship roster and I could click on, I'm going to click on Enya. I think she's one of the ones that has her builder's hut away from her. Right. Okay. Enya has in her banner that she wants builder's hut, culture, and main hall. And this is not in any way bad, but it just demonstrates the difficulty. Here is her main hall. Here are all these buildings. I've already helped, so I can't pull up the helping hands. But her builder's hut is over here. Hers is still fairly visible, but because the builder's hut changes characteristics as it's upgraded, it's not always easy to find in a city. So you want to keep your builder's hut close to your main hall, and you want to keep it visible. You don't want to bury it in amongst other bigger buildings. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the F key, and that's going to take us into my fellowship roster. I'm going to click over to the next page, and I'm going to click on Tibbets. You see the gold hands? That tells me this is going to be a reciprocal visit. I'm going to read her banner. She wants culture, main hall, or builder. I'm going to click on the E on my keyboard, and that opens up the buildings that I can help. It places the little clasped hands over all the buildings that I can help. Now I'm going to look around her city, and having done so, I know that these Temple of Ages are the highest culture bonus in her city. I'm going to click on the Temple of Ages. If you're going to help someone, then you might as well get the most, they might as well get the most bang for the buck from the visit. You'll notice I kind of circled them up there. I'm going to click on the F again, take myself back into the fellowship roster. I'm going to click on Jacqueline Marie because she's my next reciprocal visit. And I'm going to click on the E. She has culture, main hall, and builder. I'm going to click on the E. Now here's her builder's hut right next to her main hall. She wants culture. She wants me to polish one of her cultural buildings. I'm going to look and see that the Daunting Pumpkins is probably the best culture bonus that is available. When you see these special event buildings, either the winter event, the Valentine event, Wonky Walter was another one of the events. Generally speaking, the buildings that you get from those special events have a better culture bonus than these earlier culture buildings from the early chapters of the game. Daunting Pumpkins in general, among most of these buildings here, is going to be the best. I'm going to click on Daunting Pumpkins, and you'll see I get 1,320 supplies and 13,000 and something in coins. That's the benefit of the reciprocal visit right there. So again, just to kind of paraphrase and wrap it all up, keep the buildings that you want helped closest to your main hall. Keep them, especially your builder's hut, because it tends to be a small building and is easily lost. If that's what you want help with, keep it visible. Use your ensorcelled endowment spells as signal flares. Place those on the buildings that you want helped. When you're going in to help a city, look for those sparkles. Be sure you read the banner, see what they want helped in their city. Help the highest culture bonus that you can. Accept the coins, the supplies, and after you construct the Crystal Lighthouse, the goods, with glee, because it's the easiest. Neighborly help is the easiest way for you to accrue those things in this game. If you found the video helpful and instructive, please give it a like. If you would like to see more helpful and instructive videos, check out the Elvenar Platinum Leaf YouTube channel. If you'd like to join a group of people who really love the game and are very generous with the knowledge that they've got from playing the game, join us on the Elvenar Platinum Leaf public group page on Facebook. Thank you for spending time with me. Happy gaming, everyone.